Guys, it's Godbars here, the self-proclaimed hip-hop historian, and this is the 98th episode of my series where I grab a vinyl from my collection, talk about why I love it, what influence it had, and what its place is in the grand scheme of hip-hop. So, if you're a little hip-hop detective, you may have deduced what album I was talking about today, as last time I mentioned that their career ran concurrently with UGK for the first three albums at least. This was a total coincidence I didn't even realize until after planning the order, but both UGK and Redman released their debut albums in 1992, their follow-ups in 94, and their third albums in 96. I also happen to think Ride and Dirty and Muddy Waters are the magnum opuses for their respective artists. Outside of that weird yet unplanned syncopation, these two legends don't really have too much in common, besides both Bun B and Redman being massively influential hip-hop figures who happen to still be active and beneficial to the hip-hop community over 30 years into their careers. However, while Redman, like I said, released his first album in 92 with What the Album, he really got his start with EPMD, debuting on their classic 1990 LP Business as Usual on two separate tracks. He would feature on multiple EPMD projects from that point on as a member of the Hit Squad, alongside DOS Effects and other acts. Then later, when the duo eventually disbanded, he opted to join Eric Sermon's Def Squad with artists like Keith Murray and Hurricane G. Redman is one of those rappers who's so universally beloved and recognizable, he's kind of in that category Snoop's in for me, where I feel like some people don't fully appreciate just how lethal these guys are on the mic as MCs. You do have to commend how he's managed to not just maintain success and cultural relevancy, but he's expanded into all sorts of different avenues and succeeded in virtually all of them as well. From having what I consider the single best MTV Cribs episode ever without a shred of a doubt, to having a successful stoner movie with his equally prolific partner Method Man. They double as one of the best rap duos and one of the best weed-smoking duos, and you can go from laughing your ass off at How High to being blown away by the top-level rapping and verse trading on Blackout. Yet even if you take all those achievements away, Redman would still have one of the all-time great 90s hip-hop albums with Muddy Waters. I even recently saw a video where the late rap icon Sean Price was asked what his favorite rap album of all time is, and he didn't hesitate to name this album here and went on to explain how obsessed with it him and the rest of Boot Camp Clique were when it dropped. If you know anything about Sean P, and if you aren't an absolutely insane person, you do, you'll know that's a pretty damn high compliment, and I'm sure Reggie takes it as such. Nobody would ever look at you funny for having this as a favorite either. There's so many amazing cuts on here, and Redman's on his A game for all of them. His bars are clever, witty, and packed within advanced schemes that have been ahead of his years for his entire career, in my opinion. Some of the best verses he ever penned came on this LP. One that comes to mind is his opening bars to the third installment of his Superman Lubba series. On this classic track, he comes in with, "I was flying through the motherfucking sky with my blunt full of lie, Bombazi on fi. Code name be the super, man cock my Luger, blast your state trooper, I'm on the run, G. I've got these hoes spreaded, from Japanese to diabetic. Toes stay painted because of my foot fetish. You damn right, they had to ban me from eating pussy all night. WWFing bitches, slamming them into rope like Shawn Mike. I can't be touched, bitch, I disco and kryptonite. Shit, I'm broke as hell. I had to buy all my girls' 5411 Reeboks at wholesale. Almost got caught boosting out of Models, bitches on my coattails like they coke rails." Redman really helped put New Jersey hip-hop on the map, and has an automatic spot in any conversation about the top MCs that share his home state. Along with Lauryn Hill or Tretch of Naughty by Nature, his sense of humor shines through both the songs and the skits, and he was a pretty early pioneer for the type of rappers who wanted to display their comedic sensibilities, yet still be taken seriously as a lyricist and figure in the hood. I think Redman not hiding who he was at all has helped make him one of the most universally loved figures in the genre. I personally have never before heard or seen someone say, "Oh, he's whack," in response to Redman's name being brought up. Eric Sermon did about half the production here, the rest is handled by a mixed bag of names, including Jerry Wanda, Rock Wilder, Ty Fife, Redman himself, and Praz of the Fugees. A couple of those producers doubled as featured artists on here as well, like Eric Sermon and Rock Wilder, but there's also guest appearances from Redman's partner in crime Method Man, as well as Napalm, Chris Tricorico, K Solo, Nausea, Jamal and Keith Murray. My top 3 favorite songs on this one include Do What You Feel, Whatever Man, and Superman Lover 3, but I have to give some honorable mentions in the form of Is He For Real, Rock the Spot, Case Closed, Smoke Butter, Creepin' the Ill Out, On Fire, the Pick It Up skit, and the Welcome interlude. Thank you for watching my 98th video. For the last video I do in the double digits before I hit 100, I'm going to cover a crew that really has to be mentioned anytime you're having a discussion of legendary West Coast groups. So check for that upload, and if you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know what your favorite moments are off hip-hop's equivalent of a dark comedy. Don't forget to have a great day, and I'll see you next time, okay? Alright.